Lesson 1 summary from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So, how the rich basically don't work for money. The basics of lesson 1 is the two emotions that drive humans, fear and greed. He explains in the chapter that when you work 9 to 5, you're basically driven by the fear, right? Because you have a paycheck. And then when your boss comes and says, oh, I'm going to give you a salary raise, then that's when your greed comes in and you say, oh, good, I'm going to make a little bit more, so I'm going to stay, here in the same rat race. Then he goes and he explains how the middle class and the low income class, right, are the ones that pay the most taxes, and that's what governments love them. Why? Because they report under a W-2, and basically, your tax advantages are almost zero. You go make, an hourly rate, and then government takes a piece of that. Just like Poor Dad, you keep getting higher education, more student loans, then inflation gets you, and that basically makes you vulnerable to economic conditions. If you lose your job, you have nothing. So we all know that when you go to college, sometimes you choose a major that you thought you were going to go ahead and choose as a career. Then you don't use that major and you still have student loans, you have a lot of debt. Especially if you go all the way to have your master's and then your PhD, you can end up with $150,000 on debt. So this is basically the problem. You go to school, you don't learn the financial skills to survive, and then you are basically buried in debt. Rich Dad does believe in education, but not to go into a university and then get a career. He says, look, you need to be financial savvy, financial smart, understand tax codes, understands how to, open a corporation, understand how basically have money work for you. Last time you took a tax class in high school. Let's learn. It's hard, but we can fight it. Quiz time! You have it. This is a really good reflection. I'm telling you, I'm doing these stories because I'm also, getting in that mood again to have money work for you, money work for me. We can do this. Good night. See you for lesson 2.